Hello viewers, welcome to our today's lesson where we shall continue on the topic of drawing. And we have so far learned how to draw the eyes, the nose, the mouth and the ears. We even went ahead and drew the chin here. And we have also learned how to draw a composition by combining various elements into a single composition. We have been using elements like lines, textures, shapes, forms, and even space. All these have been now combined in creating this composition. We have also learned about some guidelines or principles of fine art or visual art that have helped us, that have guided us in creating this composition. They are very important. One of them is dominance. Dominance is creating a work of art that is dominating. You want the work to dominate, to stand out. How do you do it? By shading. You shade very darkly so that it stands out from the background. Another principle is proportions. One part should be related to the whole. The eye should be related to the other and to the whole. The nose should be related to the cheeks and to the mouth and to the whole. That is the principle of proportions. We also learned about symmetrical balance, where the elements, the items on one side are symmetrically balanced with the items on the other side. It is like a mirror image. When we were drawing the ear, we imagined of a mirror somewhere here. And we now looked at the mirror, a reflection. We imagined of a reflection of the ear, this ear onto this other side. So it was a mirror image placed on this side. That is, weights on one side being balanced with weights on the other side of the imaginary line of symmetry. The materials that we shall use include pencils, paper, erasers, and for our today's exercise, we shall still have another exercise where we shall do some warm-up. We have a line there. We want to convert this line into, we pull it this line, we convert the line into a shade. Because in art and design, we don't deal with lines, we deal with shades. So we are now pulling this line until it is no longer a line, it's a shade. And when we are shading, ensure that the table is very smooth. Ensure that you have a smooth surface to draw on so that the table doesn't create other textures that you do not like. This texture here, it was created by something that was under this paper. So make sure the paper that you are using is placed on a very smooth surface so that you pull this shade now from the line, from the black shade here. This is a black shade, and then you moved gradually to the dark shade. Then you continued drawing lightly. You are not pressing the pencil now, you are just gradually shading until the shade becomes very light. what we call the highlight. This is an exercise that you should continue working on. It's one of your assignments. Now, in our today's lesson, we want to learn how to draw the hair of this head. This is the project that we have been working on for quite some time, and we want to know how to be the head game. By the end of the lesson, the learner is expected to have learned how to draw the hair texture here. We shall have learned how to draw the hair texture somewhere here, so that the hair will look like that. If we can zoom in a bit, you can see the textures on the hair. This is what we are expected to learn. By the end of the lesson, the learner is expected to have learned this skill, drawing the hair texture. Yeah, why don't we now go straight to this practical of drawing the hair texture. Like that. This is now hair texture. We are drawing the hair texture like this. We continue working on the hair texture. I believe in whatever I want to do. I believe that I shall make it. I have that belief. Even this hair, it doesn't look like hair texture, but by the end of the lesson, we shall have managed to create hair texture. I'm now putting hair textures. I'm putting the hair textures, and it will come out nicely. I'm creating hair texture on this face. I'm creating hair texture. I'm creating the hair texture. As you, I'm still insisting that we shall manage to draw, because we are artists. An artist is a person who is able to do things easily, what other people find difficult. Yeah, and because we were created by God, He created us to be creators. He created us to be designers. So we shall make it. So let me use a darker pencil now. I'm now using a darker pencil. I'm using a darker pencil. 6B pencil. I want now to put the hair texture along the sides, the edges. The hairline. I'm putting the hairline. I'm creating the hairline. I'm creating the hairline. I'm creating the hairline on the outside. Hairline on the outside. Hairline. Sometimes when an artist is working on his work, he holds his breath. You hold your breath because you want the artwork to come out the way you want. You hold your breath so that the picture comes out the way you want. I'm creating hair texture. I'm creating hair texture. I'm creating hair texture. I'm creating hair texture. So now let us look at what we have done. This is how far we have. Let us zoom in a bit. We see what we have done. Oh yeah, this is what we have done so far. We have managed to draw hair texture on the artwork that we were having. It looks okay. Yeah, this is our finished work, and so far so good. Now we have come to the end of this lesson. I want you to continue working on your project, this same project you practice drawing the human hair texture. And for our next lesson, we shall learn to draw other textures. This texture looks like that of a man. And maybe next lesson we can try to draw the hair of a lady, because they have their own hair textures. So far, so good. Bye for now. Let us meet in our next video.